There's another very interesting question I want to ask you because you're directly impacted in this with all the appearance maybe of NBA Europe. It means that maybe you're going to play, there's a lot of maybes. Maybe you're going to play another league, which means that maybe there's going to be a bigger budget or no. How do you deal with this uncertainty? Because you got to build the budget for next year, but how do you do this when you don't know where you're going to play? Because it's a different budget depending on where you play.
Yes, nothing. It's always the same. You go to the president or the people from the club always begging for more money.
Yeah, that's
Even if you don't know what you're gonna expect or face in the future, more money.
Oh, every sports director does this? Just ask for more money?
I don't know.
But you do.
You're good at
I'm trying.
you're good at doing
No,
it.
but okay, it's kind of normal. No, but because it's normal in Turkey. Trust me, I didn't even count exact number, but at least there is 10 teams. You have Fener and Efes, kind of no limit budget, let's say, so nobody can compete. Then you have Eurocup team as Beşiktaş, Başakşehir, Turk Telekom. Then you have BCL, us, Tofaş, Mersin was playing also qualification. Then they play.
So many teams.
So many teams.
Yeah, so
Holy
at
God.
least, forgive me if I didn't say any club that I forget. Tofaş, yes, I said Mersin, so I already count, let's say, 10 teams. And like budget-wise, you cannot compare. You cannot compare with Fener and Efes.
You that are like, very involved in it as a player and now sports director, what's a healthy percentage that should be the budget allocated for the players?
Good question. But I don't know. I cannot give you an answer because right now, kind of, when I used to be a player, I don't care. I don't pay attention to that. So really, I don't talk with the people about that. Okay, I care about, I know my contract, that's it.
Yeah.
But now, yes, I know everybody. I'm trying to face all contracts. Okay, always you have kind of superstar. Okay, you deserve this how much money, young players, talented, blah, 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 guaranteed contract, no options, this and that. But for the first time, actually, I'm facing as a guy, person who have everything on the table, black and white, So I cannot give you the clear answer on that.
Okay. Is Galatasaray profitable as a team?
Honestly, I would say no.
Okay.
Again, because it's basketball.
Yeah.
There's most teams are not profitable right now, which is why there's all those talks about NBA Europe.
Unfortunately, also, okay, our gym is half empty, like it's not too many people coming like back in the days. Because again, I said it's everything connected. If you're winning trophies, okay, they will come. But if you're not winning anything, even games, I'm not talking about trophies, okay, some people will come, but never sold out. And then you cannot even make money out of the tickets that somebody is making a lot of money. I'm giving an example of Partizan. Because now everything has to be official, like Partizan at least, I think, like 13 million this year, or last year.
Yeah.
Which is like, wow.
Yeah.
A big jump for them.
Sold out gym every game, you cannot imagine.
Even now, after everything that happened?
Now they're coming back again full. But again, from 20 to go to 15, come on.
Yeah.
And they already bought season tickets.
Because I lived in Belgrade this year for a month, and this was when all this story about the Željko happened and the fans booed. I was there in the game. It was crazy, but you guys Serbian, it's different. The love you have for basketball, the love and the hate you have for basketball.
But that's what I'm telling you. When you put something on the paper, why Partizan Red Star 3 is and why 5 is. I mean, okay, I understand. But
Yeah.
logical why. If you're looking sport, history, fan base, historical, whatever.
Vlad, I have one more question in this sports director had before we move on another subject. When you're sports director, are you trying to build a competitive team or are you trying to make the team profitable business-wise?
No, I'm not even thinking about profitable.
Really?
I'm trying, no. Because again, I know there is no mathematics. So I'm trying to, of course, if presidents tell me, hey, Vlad, the budget is 10 million. I will sign exactly till 10 million. No, because you have to think again, big picture, maybe injury.
Yeah.
No way that you will sign great 15 players more or less. You will make some mistakes. Of course, less mistakes better.
Yeah.
But somebody is making, a lot of mistakes. Then you have to cut somebody, let's say, to give him money because he have contract and to bring another one. So, of course, you need to leave some gap, some space. So I'm not thinking that way because I know there is no mathematics. Of course, I will try to get the best for the lower price, if it's possible. But again, I'm telling you which kind of problem we are facing because it's BCL, let's say. That I was not thinking that way, for example,
Yeah.
because you have many players who don't honestly think about level, they think about money. Because we play more or less till 35. So, okay, at the end, you count how many zeros you have on the bank account. It doesn't matter trophies, if I play Taiwan, whatever, and then I come back, no, it doesn't matter. For some players, yes. But again, for those players who really cares, to bring them in BCL again, at least I'm telling you from my experience,
Yeah, of course.
How do you deal with agents?
great.
Really?
Because
This was a nice grade.
Yeah, no, I'm very
Great.
curious because I feel like
because I have my character it's
Yeah, that's what I feel.
oof, and I already had some problems and I already fight with most of them, which I don't care. It's not good, maybe,
What
of
did
course,
G
I know,
answer?
but like, okay, again, I used to be a player, so okay, I know.
you understand the game, like the agents game, because it's
Yes.
there's special people, honestly.
What do you make different than other sports directors with agents?
Yeah,
No, for example, Miško Ražnatović was taking care of my career.
Yeah.
I mean,
good
honestly,
agent to have.
Yes, honestly, I was taking care of my career. He was taking care about something else because I play. But I do the good job. My opinion, again, if you play good, not about him, generally, if you play good, you have great numbers, great season, clubs will call you. If you play terrible, horrible, you call the agent, hey, is there any club, so honestly, I was doing the favor to him because I do his job look easier,
Yeah,
Yeah.
right?
True. Facts.
And then he can deal the numbers. I can tell him, okay, I prefer now beach, not Moscow, these kind of things.
Yeah.
Kind of nice. Even, for example, now when I talk with him, I told him everything straight, about some numbers, something like, come on. First of all, help me, like I used to be your guy player, so now don't play these small games with me. And okay, I'm managing him, but I'm managing most of them right now, which doesn't mean that will be like this for the future, because of course they are also sneaky, whatever. So
They have to be, I have the feeling, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
so
is
it's
a
not that
rule.
like, hey, now Vladimir Micov arrived and now we are afraid of him. No. They are bigger sharks than me, definitely. I just know that I have different character, whatever. And at least I know how to manage them. That I already kind of show them that I'm not easy to talk and I'm trying to do my best.
I'm very curious because you said that when you speak to a player, they said, hey, but I could go for this money to Eurocup and stuff. So for sure, he's saying some stuff to the agents to convince the player to come to here. So
For sure.
one day I would just
No, not yet. But the only thing, for example, I'm saying like, okay, I can promise them, hey, we'll be part of NBA Europe. Like, wow, okay, great. Honestly, great. So that's the only thing that maybe I can kind of, like attack or approach different way.
So you use it then?
Not yet.
Okay.
I think next season is
No,
gonna
but
be.
I'm saying like that's the only thing that maybe you can use, because other than that, what I can use, I cannot sell.
Istanbul
Yes.
is nice, man. Like, there's some stuff to say.
No,
Yeah.
okay, this is good if you are bringing, let's say, the small play from some small club, from the inside the country, like, okay, Istanbul, Galata, fans, everything. Yes, I can use it, and I'm using it, trying to at least use it. But somebody will, come on, like what Istanbul or whatever.
Yeah.
So it depends from them.
I have a question for you, and I think you're a good person to ask this because you have this very transparent and honest approach. There's so many rumors about GM/sports directors that make some money moves with the agents. Do you believe in this?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Listen, this my opinion again. Somebody even tell me this. I said, okay, I want to do it, but how? Really, how? And how to go what from pocket to pocket? Tell him, okay, I sign him 1 million, but you said to the player honestly, you give him 150 to Vlad, and then he give you somehow cash, and then we find on.
Yeah, I
But
mean, yes,
how?
exactly. I mean, like this.
But okay, I'm watching
If
the
you
movies.
raise the player's salary because you're the GM, so you decide the budget.
Yes.
And then
I'm the one who is giving the contra amount.
So you have a
In
lot
my
of power,
club, yes.
technically.
Yes.
exactly. So
Yes.
I mean, if you do this and then you agree with the agent that as you raise, you get a percentage of the raise.
It sounds very easy, yes.
It's
Sounds
not.
very easy. To me, sounds very easy.
But-
But again, I don't know how to do it.
Okay.
Because, okay, let's say I want to do it.
Yeah.
And I take it. But people will start talking. Like, hey, Vlad, take, hey. Because at one moment, people have needs to say something to somebody else.
True.
And then at one point, hey, I took it 50. I got the new car because, I finished. I signed one guy and he told me. But then everybody will start talking. I will lose my job. So
Yeah.
should I risk my career, my name, my everything, because of who knows how much money I took from the side, or again, big picture. Okay, my goal is to stay on this position as long as I can, to win some trophies, because at least my opinion, I earn enough money in my career to live normal life. So should I be greedy now after career to make more for what? Like I already make enough for my kids to go in nice school and to have nice life.
Yeah.
So should I be greedy now after 40, 50 to do what? I mean, and to risk all my name, career,
Yeah.
even jail, like
Yeah.
at least I don't know how to do it.